just pay the attention. The coxers put their hands up and the umpire said, as you were, just saying to the athletes, you've got time, or we're going again.
So you can see on the Berkshire station there, Cork Boat Club from Ireland. And then they're up against London Rowing Club. And let's keep an eye on this. It's great to watch in such close action. You can really see the effort being put in there, that power off the start pontoon, and then the difficulty of trying to steer this boat as close to those buoys as you dare without getting too involved with the other boat you can see there, London Rowing Club. And that's quite fascinating watching it in such close-up, wasn't it, seeing what they had to do.
Yeah, and you can see the coxswains there, they're lying in the front of the boat with a rudder on their hands, and so they can move that, and then it works by moving a fin on the bottom of the boat that will move the boat. And each time they do it, the boat actually is braked a little bit, there's a little bit of braking, so the coxswains will be looking to do minimum intervention, but obviously keep the boat straight.
So, Cork Boat Club in the black and white stripes you can see at the top of the picture. And then there's a cyclist who's desperate to get into the action. Probably a coach.
I was going to say, I suspect it is a coach, and it's really hard at that point as a coach or a fan because there's so little you can do. But it's great here on the Tuesday before all the crowds come. There's a little bit of the course that you can cycle along, and here we are there looking at the London Rowing Club boat. Very calm, very long, very loose. It makes it look easy, but right now everything in their bodies will be screaming at them to stop.
At least they can do something about their performance. The man on the bike who's trying to keep up now, and that's an indicator of how fast they're going, isn't it? The fact that the coach is struggling to keep up. You must have that helpless feeling now. You've sent the athletes out, done all that work, and it all comes to this. Here's Cork, the Britannia Challenge Cup boat from over in Ireland, and in the stroke seat there, Andrew Harrington. And you've got Sean O'Sullivan in the white baseball hat immediately behind in 3 seats. Kieran Brady also in that white baseball hat, and then at the back of in the bow seat you've got Kieran White.
And Cork is such a strong club over there in Ireland, having won various national championships over the year, as well as having 24 women's crews in that. But they've come up about a very good crew in London. We've seen them earlier on the year, second place in the the Metropolitan Regatta. That is a regatta. They do time trials in the morning, and then they race finals in the afternoon, 6-lane racing.
And you can, if you watch really carefully, you can see Rachel Roberts in the cox seat. So the cox is down there. Let's have a little look at London Rowing Club's boat in the Britannia Challenge Cup is what we're watching, and you'll be able to see Rosie Margolis. So on the buck station to the left of your picture, Rosie Margolis. And it's an interesting vantage point for these coxes, isn't it? Because they get the advantage of being able to see the course, but if you're in the lead boat, as Rosie Margolis is at the moment, you can't see what's going on behind you, and you can't see your own athletes either.
Yeah, and Rosie has had experience of winning with Edinburgh University here in the Prince Albert Challenge Club. That's the Cox for men's youth students events in 2016. Has been a finalist in this with London last year. So this boat will be looking forward to seeing how they can return and making sure that they make no mistakes at this point. They'll want to progress all the way through this regatta, and there we are looking at Rosie. You can just see her head holding that band with the Cox's microphone that comes to the mouth there, so she's able to talk to the boat through a set of speakers. Those athletes can hear everything she's saying, and she has to do it all by feel, because of course she's sitting there, she's looking down the course, and she can only feel what's going on in the boat.
So all on feel rather than on seeing her teammates in the boat, all about the communication. She gets nudged in the back of the head as well, doesn't she, by the bow seat James Clark there. So that was the London Rowing Club setup, which seems to be working very well at the moment. Cork Boat Club of Ireland struggling to keep pace at this stage. Midway point of the race.
Cork Cork Boat Club from Ireland. All of these athletes in their first Henley Royal Regatta. You can see there the time to the at this point of the race, 3:31. I need to be looking at my programme to tell you that's fast or quick, but looking at the conditions, I suspect moderate would be my suggestion. A good would be when you start to compare these crews, you can start to see what these team times mean.
The Irish need to make sure they stay on their side of the water, and just watching London Rowing Club poking out a bit as well, so there's a bit of a danger. Once you get one boat ahead of another, the umpires tend to be more relaxed, don't they? Well,
yeah.
Most umpires.
Most umpires, and actually the rules are that if the leading boat stays in their water, the boat that's following, actually, as long as they're not going to interfere, can actually go wherever they want to on the river, because they're not causing either risk of a foul or what we call interference. Obviously, you want your boat to be on that right side of the river, but if they were to sway, the athletes would be less worried, the umpire would be less worried. If we were to see London moving over, I suspect there would be a different response for from the umpire, because they are in a position that they could impede or wash down, if you like, Cork.
Well, London have really opened up a lot of clear water here as they come in front of Stewart's enclosure. Just a very gentle breeze. And you can see Cork Boat Club from over in Ireland, nearest the camera to the left of the picture here, finding it hard work to make any sort of impression on London. So, good performance. Callum Jenkins in the stroke seat. You can see there in the bow seat James Clark. That's his back in the pink baseball hat. And you've got Matthew Reeder, Edward Thomas and Callum Jenkins in the stroke seat. Rosie Margolis, who we were watching earlier on. You can see there the Cox. This is London Rowing Club, who are about to win, I suspect. They've not got too much further to go. Cork Boat Club have actually put on a bit of a surge to make it a contest until the end. I wonder if they've got any more than that. They're a length down at the moment, plus a bit.
And London are up at 37 strokes a minute. Cork are certainly not giving up, and they're not thinking this is easy. Both crews are pushing all the way to the finish. Cork have lifted their rate of striking again, and they are trying to push back on London. And this is sometimes when this course can find people out, because it is longer than any other race that they would have been doing.
Yeah, so Cork did get back into it, but not enough. London Rowing Club head through over the finish line now. The Britannia Challenge Cup, they are the winners. They had the race under good control by halfway in. Cork Boat Club there, over the line they go, losing by a length or so, a couple of lengths.